Bruce is likely most remembered for this play, a 73-yard touchdown that clinched a Super Bowl title for St. Louis 20 years ago. We're here at the Enterprise Center, home of the St. Louis Blues. They're having a pretty good start to their season. Chiefs fans, I'm sure you remember this run by Patrick Mahomes in yesterday's game. The Tigers were up against a very good team in Arkansas today, but they were able to hold them off and rally for Ryan to pick up another big win. And check this out. Berube sends all 4 of his players out on the ice as the starters for the Central Division. Now Mizzou Nation will try to rally around its basketball team as they take on Oklahoma here at 6 o'clock. Coach had the fans fired up and ready to go as the Tigers had a big game going on the court. Tillman played 26 minutes and notched 13 points with 5 rebounds.
Chased by Legit to the 15, throws back of the end zone. TJ Moe, touchdown Missouri.
Me and LaDamon have a pregame routine, and it actually started here 10 years ago.
Right before the game, he was like, this is the first time in 10 years we've ran out this tunnel together.
We kind of reminded ourselves of it today.
Because every time before we start a game, he said, it's just football and give me a hug. It's like the last time I told you it was 10 years ago, coming out of this tunnel for the first time.
That was pretty awesome to kind of relive that moment.
A moment 10 years in the making. Marcus Lucas and LaDamian Washington walked onto this field together for the first time 10 years ago.
It was wild. My emotions were kind of going high at the beginning of the game. I was like, almost felt like I was gonna to throw up, but it was great. Like all the feelings came out.
Now the former Mizzou teammates are teammates on the St. Louis Battlehawks. Lucas is a Missouri native, but Washington has adopted the state as his new home.
This city is a great sports town. The state of Missouri is a great state for sports. I've been here for 10 years now, and I'm a Louisiana kid. And this is my home now. I love Missouri. I'm through and through.
The city of St. Louis is new to the former Tigers, but they say they're excited to be a part of it.
Fans here have been begging and really craving football. And, the hype has been around us for the last couple of weeks.
Now, 10 years later, the teammates could not be happier to be home together.
St. Louis is notorious for being a sports town, and they showed why today.
To come back here, I don't know, I just love it. My whole family was here. I don't know, it's a very feeling good moment.
Jacob Lang, KOMU 8 Sports, St. Louis.
It's commonly described as a cross between badminton and tennis and ping pong. The game mostly consists of play at the net and a lot of quick back and forth reflex battles between the players.
A lot of people around mid-Missouri may not be familiar with the sport.
3-6-2.
But for Dylan Frazier, pickleball is a passion.
I used to play basketball and baseball and football when I was in middle school, but started just playing pickleball more and more and gave up those sports so I could play more pickleball.
The passion began 4 years ago when Dylan was first introduced to the sport by his mom.
I love tennis, lifelong player, and in college they had it at the rec center, and so it looked so fun, and I tried it out and just loved it.
She introduced our family to it, and we started playing in our backyard. And then the first time we played with other players was in Florida at a recreational center there, and that's when we got hooked onto it.
We jumped in there and we played like every day for 8 hours a day, 5 days in a row because we loved it so much.
Since then, it's become more than just a hobby. He's competed in tournaments in 5 different states and been quite successful.
Total medals, maybe 30 or 40, I don't know.
Among those medals are a gold in the juniors division at the 2019 U.S. Open, a gold in mixed with his mom at the 2019 Chicagoland Classic, and a gold in the men's division in the 2019 World Pickleball Championship.
It has been so much fun to watch him blossom in this sport. So like he said, he played basketball and football and baseball, and he loved all those things, but when he found pickleball, he just has a passion for it that I hadn't seen in him before, and he's so focused on it, and it's just so much fun to watch him grow and excel in this sport that's new and upcoming, and so he's been a great ambassador for the sport as well as a great player.
A sport that's for everyone has been everything for someone.
You can compete at all levels. Not many people are going to come out and compete at the level that Dylan does. Even with a lot of practice, you're not going to be as good as that, but you will find people at every level, and it's such a fun sport.
I just encourage everybody to come out and try it because it's a really fun sport, and we've got a great group here in Columbia, so if you want to give it a try, then I definitely do it. It's worth it.
Jacob Lang, KOMU 8 Sports, Columbia.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Good evening. Today was the 5th annual Rally for Ryan game at Mizzou Arena. The entire Luce family was on hand celebrating another cancer-free year for Ryan. $80,000 were raised today for pediatric cancer research. Mizzou had a heated matchup with Arkansas on the court. Tigers came out hot in the first half with Xavier Pinson dishes to Reed Nico for the two-handed slam. Then later on in the half, it's another big dunk here, this one from Trey Jackson. Tigers led by 6 at the half. Arkansas would fight back in the second, though. Jalen Harris here lobs it up to Adrio Bailey. But Mizzou would come up big on the defensive end. Drew Smith will come up with the steal here. He'll take it up the court and toss it to Javon Pickett. And Pickett throws that one down. The Razorbacks not going away easy, though. The ball will be thrown away here by Pinson. Harris will pick it up, and he'll find Reggie Chaney, who throws down the dunk. This one went into overtime, and Mizzou was in control for most of that extra period. They come out on top in this one. Tigers are now 5-0 in Rally for Ryan games. Coach Martin and the players talked about what went well today.
When you play Arkansas, something has to give. You have to be able to make plays off the dribble, or you have to have a good low post player.
I mean, the more fans, the more we're ready and, just locked in.
Mizzou softball has kicked off its season in a big way this weekend. Today they came up with 2 big wins over Baylor and 8th-ranked Minnesota. The Tigers are now 4-0 on the young season. Columbia College basketball also in action today. They had a men's and a women's doubleheader at home against Freed-Hardman. The women's team kicked it off. The Cougars started off hot as Mackenzie Dubbert catches the ball here on the outside, and she knocks down the deep 3. The Lions would answer right back, though. Alyssa Lemay drives in for the layup. That's 2 of her 15 points on the day, and Freed-Hardman would go on to win this one 74-69. The men hit the court next, hoping for a little bit better of an outcome. Lions working it on the offensive end here. Brian Battle finds Anthony Yarbrough, who takes it in for the score. Cougars would keep it close. Cassius Bell finds Jack Fritsch for the 3 there. Now it's senior Braden Wendell slamming it home on the fast break. The Cougars would not be able to pull it out, though. They fall to Freed-Hardman in a close one. Finals of the Southern Boone basketball tournament were tonight. Both boys and girls on the docket. First, Southern Boone boys hosting Battle. The first points of the game would come on a steal here from Battle. Marcus Grant, he gets the pass, makes the layup. Spartans go on top early. Eagles would respond with a quick jumper here, though. That would even things up. But on to the second half, it was all Battle as they go on to edge the Eagles out 51-38. Next up, the girls, we have the Booneville Lady Pirates versus the Southern Boone Lady Eagles. Pirates go up early here, the lay-in from Addison Brownfield. But the star of the game shined in the last 3 minutes. Soboco's Gabby Bruce extends the lead in the 4th by 7 with that 3. The fans can smell that win inching closer. Then she's at it again, goes in for the layup, and it is in and one. Gabby Bruce calls game as the Lady Eagles defeat the Pirates 51-44. We'll be back with more after this.